game must have a really weird aspect ratio. Analog stick is like way over there on the side. I'm trying to fix it. Right now, it's easier for me to play this game off the phone. Is that working? No game audio. No game audio. Should be audio now.
カラスだけってことごとく切り捨てる。見切ったぞ。やっ我が身は煉獄の豪華なせい。遠翼の方せい。やっ最悪は切るせい。我が身は煉獄の豪華なせい。炎天乱舞やっ使命は果たした。技は一朝一夕になるものではない。
型の連度が上がったな。ああ、真理抜刀。無駄なことをややとこの剣すべてを込める。大曲将来終わりを告げる。どうだこれが私の答えだ。どうだや受けてみろ。すべて終わらせてやる。この剣すべて込める。どうだやどうだ大曲
Yeah, there's the full combo. Trying to
どうだ
remember how to do that. I mean, like the analog stick is working okay. Yeah, this game has like a really weird aspect ratio or something. It doesn't help that the game doesn't have the actual controller support. See the
勝ち続けよ
little green thing in the upper left-hand corner? That's Mantis. I'm using that to simulate a controller. That's part of the problem. I think the aspect ratio messes with Mantis a little bit. Let's see. I need to max these out on her. Alright, we'll do that.行くぞ、ウゼンボー。
使命は果たした。作戦開始。すべて排除する。
Set this up. Oh, never mind, they killed it. I was trying to finish the controls. This definitely does play quite a bit better when I'm not using direct feed. I think this game just has a really jacked up aspect ratio. Seems like what the case is, why that's happening. She's at 7.8k power now. Not bad. Work on the lolly. Work on the lolly next. She needs help. I have like 4 built characters. It's not bad. I like that moveset. Osoi. Who says that? Jude Mathis. He says that all the time. Every time he did a snap pivot. Oh, that's pretty cool.
今の私にできるのは刃で道を切り開くことのみ。
Main difference is the moves aren't random. Also, you only control one character. The others are strictly support, which I like. You still have to build them up. You want them to not be dead weight, but I don't know. You know how it is with like fast-paced action games like this. When you have like support characters, they're always really boring to use. And this game kind of gets around that problem. You don't have to use them. Just the ones that are kind of like stat sticks. It kind of fixes that problem. PGR, I definitely feel like that. Like, dude, this character is dreadfully boring to play, but I need them on the team. You have to build them up and actually play as them. I'd say my main criticism of this game is the movesets aren't really large enough to warrant only playing as one character, but there definitely are some benefits to it that you might not think of. It actually plays quite differently from PGR just because the whole thing of having to like rearrange your attacks and stuff, which is definitely part of PGR. It's actually like, the game is like a secret puzzle game sometimes, and how you have to manage the orbs while you're, you know, fighting and dodging and stuff. In this game, you don't have to do that. You just use the move when it's ready. And what they have for depth instead is characters have like different gimmicks and stuff. Like sometimes you use a move and cooldown or reset. And you can do like a longer chain. So it's not just mashing your most powerful move. Like this character I'm using right now, Kagusuchi, he can do a normal attack after any of his active moves. So you use him properly. His third move, this big super flash one, it resets the other two moves. So he can really stay on the offensive a lot. But his weakness is that extension that he does, where he does that like jump slash. It's not cancelable at all. You can't cancel out of it. So if you do it and they have a hitbox out, you will get hit. I definitely would like them to expand the moveset later, but despite how similar it looks, it actually does play quite a bit differently from PGR. It's less about having to manage the orbs and what positions they're in, and you know, trying to match three of them so that you can get your unique ability or whatever. It's more about remembering to do their combo, whatever unique thing that they have. Ikuzo, Zenbo. Also, major advantage over PGR for this, even though I like the character designs in that game a lot better. You have much more stamina in this game. It's really dropping frames. See if I can fix that. This game does not like to be recorded for some reason. I think it's got some optimization to do, because I can play like PGR right now on ultra settings, and it's completely fine. This game struggles to run on my phone when I'm recording it. I need to do some optimization patches. That's why I'm testing this right now. Trying to see like if I can even really do much with this. This is an SD865 phone, so it should not have any problems running anything. But I'm noticing it's a repeat pattern with this game. It does that a lot. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of why, but there might not be a whole lot I could do about it. Pinnacle of Combat had this exact same problem. That game was pretty much the same. A little bit too demanding, even when you have good hardware like this. This is a good phone. It's like none of the other games I play really have this problem. It's only this. It's only when I'm like streaming or recording. And people have been complaining about the stamina in this game. It's only been out for like a week. This is a very young game. Pretty much still in its infancy. I'm like, man, have you played PGR? Like, I love that game to death, but stamina is the worst thing in that game. The game is balanced around it, but activities and modes just take too much. And you're like off the game in a few minutes. And what that means is, if you want to maximize your progression, you have to log onto the game like multiple times, which sucks. Because I mostly play these games over at my other job. That's what they're for. There's something for me to play over there, and I like these kinds of games better than stuff like Lost Ark and Genshin Impact and stuff. Just instanced, you know, get to a fight and you're done. That's definitely always been my style of online service games. It just happens the game is on mobile. Alright. Yeah, main problems with that game is the optimization. The stamina doesn't even bother me. I bought the monthly pass, and I've had like 1,000 stamina for the past couple days. It's been more than enough. I've optimized like 4 characters already. But I think people that are saying that didn't come from PGR, didn't come from this game. My max stamina is barely enough to even finish all the activities. Because I really only play this once a day, too, for the most part. Sometimes I play it twice a day. And usually when I'm at my neighbor's house. That's just how my lifestyle is right now. I'm over there and I play these kinds of games. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot like PGR, but there are things about it that are very different. I like and I hate the way that you can only play as one character. I feel like it takes a lot of depth out of the gameplay, but at the same time, it's nice how you can just build up like a support character and you're never forced to play as them. Like, I actually really like that. Definitely an improvement for me, is I always hate, like, you need this crappy, slow mage character to do, like, 30% more damage or something. I'm like, nah, I'd rather, like, not ever play as that character. Everybody in this game is pretty fast and responsive, but, Still has those same trappings. You have to build them up. It's like you don't really want to play as them. They're not your play style. I've already used up almost all my stamina just doing that once. Like 2 minutes of gameplay. PGR is a good side game. It really is. It's an incredible game. But I think if you're looking for like a main game to play and you want to be on it for more than like 2 minutes, this game isn't gonna help. Not at all. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with this game, is activities take too much. I feel like they could cut the stamina cost in half, and you still would only be on the game for like half an hour, which is pretty reasonable. Like normal adult life kind of gameplay. I love this game as a side game, and it's very free-to-play friendly too, so I buy like the monthly card and then like maybe a package or two if I could spare the money. Like, my monthly card is gonna expire tomorrow, so I get my money in the morning, I gotta refresh it. But that's pretty much all I really cash on in this game, for the most part. If I'm like really close to pity on a character, I'll buy like a $20 pack, but I don't whale on this game at all. I would whale a lot more if the amount of time I could play was longer. It's kind of hard to justify. Character designs in Aether Gazer suck though. A lot of generic screaming anime moe blobs. The character design in this game is so much better. They have like a very low amount of lollies. But that shit is popular, it makes money, so... From a character design standpoint, and no contest between the two games, this is much better.
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられる。それは隠れているつもりですか。
進行するためのこれくらいの痛みなら平気。誰でもいいからかかってください。機体はもう限界ね。
Yeah, I want to make a video about Aether Gazer, that's why I'm testing it on here right now. It definitely seems like it has an optimization problem, because I'm playing this at like almost max settings right now. It's like completely fine. But that game is really hard to run for some reason. Like they need to do a couple optimization patches or something. It kind of holds me back a little bit, because I don't use emulators anymore. This phone is powerful enough to play like pretty much anything that's not like Stranger in Paradise, poorly optimized, or Cyberpunk PS4, bad optimization. Everything else runs fine. But yeah, that seems to happen a lot on that game. It drops frames. So I'm not sure if I'll really do a whole lot with that game right now. Maybe after they work on it a bit more. I have enjoyed playing it, but from a content creator standpoint, it's really hard to make content for. It's definitely really solid for a game that's only been out for a week. It has quite a bit of content to do. They have a lot of activities you can do that don't take stamina as well, so the number one complaint about PGR is the stamina. The stamina is really overbearing in that game, but the rest of the game is amazing, like best quality mobile game out there. I don't know. Even I have access to a Chinese version of that game. I have an account, and they just don't want to fix that for some reason. I have no idea why, but they're vehemently against giving you more stamina. So it's nice to have something else to play on the side. What's up, Grow? Just testing how this looks really quick.
Ninja Commando!
Ninja Commando! I forgot to set the D-pad. That's kind of important, isn't it? Hold on a minute here. I want to make a video about how to play Knights of Valor 3 on mobile and actually have the saving work. So I'm trying to set that up right now. That's why it says test stream. It works fine on the phone itself, but the process to get it to work is a little bit complicated. So to make that video, I would have to play the game like this, and then cut to my computer and make a source on XSplit. A little bit complicated, but I think it'll help people. Throwing up. Yeah, preservation for Knights of Valor 3 and Oriental Legend 2 is messed up because those games use a card system, so very hard to emulate. Well, Oriental Legend 2, actually, you can get by without playing that with the card, because there's the unreleased English translated version that completely rebalances the game so that there's no grinding. Yeah, I'd argue Oriental Legend 2 is mostly fine, but the grinding is a lot of the fun of the game, and you can't do that on the global one. It actually was never released. Like, they translated the whole thing and like did a complete like rebalancing on the game so that you can beat it on one credit and not have to grind. Pretty much all the grinding, like RPG stuff, got removed, but they never released it for some reason. I guess like at some point in development, they're like, this is a pixel art beat 'em up in 2008. Like, people aren't going to want to play it, so I'm guessing that's what happened. But Knights of Valor 3 is literally unplayable without the card. Past just like trying the game out, see if you like the gameplay. It's useless without the card. So it's a lot like Initial D and Maximum Tune. Like, those games are legit pointless without the card. If you ever play those in an arcade, like Dave and Buster's or something, it's completely useless. You play one race and you can't save anything. You can't customize the car. You can't power up the car. You can't like maintain your records or anything. It's like, it's nice if you're like casual and just want to play like one game, but like if you ever want to play that game like more than once, you have to have the card. And that's exactly the problem with Knights of Valor 3. Playing it without the card it's a nightmare. I did it for a while, but I lost my save states, so I stopped doing that. Not a preservation-friendly game at all. Let me see if I can upscale this, make it look a little better. Where do I go to do that? Options. I think I can make it HD. I'll make it look a little bit nicer. So basically, to do this, I had to make an INI file, and I had to point the emulator to the position of the memory card. And then I had to go into RetroArch, and from there, I had to make sure that it was set to be able to read and write to the card. It takes quite a bit to do this. Playing as more than one character is going to be really awkward too, I'll tell you that right now. It's not going to be easy to do that. I think you have to set it to player 2. That's what the person on Reddit who helped me figure this out said. You have to like put player 2 to you have to map the controls, and then when you log into the game it will choose the second card. And I haven't bothered with doing that yet. I'm still like kind of learning how the RPG stuff works. I don't feel like I need to do that just yet, but, especially as I've been playing this every day in the kitty sitting streams. Yeah, this is the coolest version of Liu Bei by a freaking mile, man. This version of Liu Bei is much better than the Koei one, that's for sure. What a Chad, man. Good martial artist mage. Like, that's fucking cool. There's a Taiwanese player that has pretty much like full walkthroughs for this game, so I might have to start looking at that. But I'm only level 8, the cap is 60, so probably take a couple months. How's it looking on the stream? I like upscaled it. I think I upscaled it. Is it still? Let me see. There's quick menu. Let's see. Honestly, I always get distracted when I play this game on the computer, because I have like, I'm always working on like 3 games a month, 2 or 3 games. But on the kitty sitting streams, the amount of games I can play is drastically limited. I'm like usually just playing for fun. I'm not trying to make videos for the channel. This game, once you get all the files and shit worked out so you can save the data and stuff, this is a really good portable game. Like, it's basically just like a Switch game at this point, the way I've got it set up. It's on my phone, and I have a controller that I'm using. It saves and loads your progress. It's really fun, but for the longest time, I didn't know how to get the saving to work. And like I said, it's if you ever play like Initial D or Maximum Tune, like that's pretty much what this game is like. It's not like Tekken. Tekken is like, you know, you get the costumes and stuff, you get the gold for the costumes, and your rank goes up and stuff, but like you don't really need the card. You can totally just play that game at the arcade without that. Because everything you get in Tekken is just cosmetic, but this is like actually leveling up and growing your moveset and getting gear and stuff. It's just like not playable without the card. Because I've played like Initial D and Maximum Tune and stuff. The only reason to play those games without the card is if you're at like a birthday party or something. Yeah, and you just want to play the game with your friend, and you're like not gonna go to the arcade again. Like, you're gonna play the game more than once, even in the same day, you have to buy the card. Yeah, I tried the Knights of Valor mobile game. I played that for a few months. There were some things I liked about it better than the PS4 one, but the main problem I had with that game was no controller support, and the game was super laggy. Not like the frame rate, but like the menus and stuff. Sometimes it took like 30 seconds for it to load a menu. I got tired of it. I uninstalled it. The combat was serviceable. It's nowhere near as good as this. Felt really mobile gamey, I guess you could say. Like, not terrible at all. Like, there's better shit you could play. Like the games I've been playing tonight. Like, those games have much better combat. Knights of Valor mobile is like, it's average at best. Alright, that's good to go. I'll play more of that later. I don't really think I had anything else to test. I've already done the service game homework. Alright, well, that's it for the phone. Maybe I'll play like one more game tonight. Thanks for helping me test. So the verdict is Knights of Valor works fine. I can easily make that video. I might even do that later today. But Aethergazer seems like it's, I don't know what it is. It's poorly optimized, or it's drawing too much power or something. But yeah, that game has my old phone syndrome. It can't play it for more than like a couple minutes. I think it needs a couple optimization patches. I don't really know what I'm doing in that game yet anyway. I mean, I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but I'm definitely in no position to make guides for it, so it's all good. But the Knights of Valor video I really do want to make, because I think that game is a great portable game, and they don't care to re-release the game and allow you to play it legally without going to an arcade in like Southeast Asia. So it's like the best alternative. Yeah, I don't think I can really make content for Aethergazer right now. It's actually better for me to just record it from the phone. It seems to do it a lot less there, but that game is really heavy for some reason. Because like you saw, I just played PGR immediately after, and I had the game on max settings, and it wasn't dropping any frames at all. So I'm not gonna bother to troubleshoot that. That's clearly on their end. You shouldn't even be doing that on an SD865 phone. Like, SD865 phones, basically, like, you can run basically any game that's out right now. And emulators, at least at like HD, you can run like PS2 at HD, Dolphin and stuff. thundering here, huh? That's interesting. Let's see, do I feel like playing something else? I might just stop there, actually. Let me see what's on Twitch right now. I need a comfy speedrun stream. Oh man, someone's speedrunning X6. That's tempting to watch. And Pang is playing DMC4. That's right, there's supposed to be a Sifu update with sometime today, actually. That's pretty exciting. Like how people complain about the length of that game. I'm like, dude, I like that I can beat that game in under an hour. I like that. You just need to add like more modes to it and stuff. Game is completely fine the way it is, though. I had a lot of fun with it. Just a fun game to play. I think they did an amazing job with that game. I'm glad it did well. That's right, there's that Strive mod I've got too. You can try that out. Strive, but not boring. Let's see, how do I install this? Probably had to put it in mods or something. Let me see. Yeah, I couldn't get into Strive at all. I tried. It's just not degenerate enough for me. That's why I play Battle for the Grid, because I'm a degenerate. And I like minute-long combos and like getting touched by a low jab and killing them completely, and taking off like 80% of their health. I like degenerate shit like that. Strive just didn't grab me. I'm trying to figure out how to install this. I'm not sure if I just... Not sure if I just dump it in the, if I just make a mod folder for it. Let's see. Pretty sure I know how to do this, but... Oh, Sifu. Apparently there's a mod manager for this. Yeah. Yeah, Spike Out is like freaking running a mile. It's like competing in the Olympics. Spike Out is fun to watch someone play, but uh, it's terrible to play yourself from what I've seen. That game is like borderline. Uh, I call it on the brink of being impossible to 1cc. And people have done it, but you need a lot of mental endurance to do that. There's even hour-long beat 'em ups like Street Spore and like Fight and Rage can be pretty exhausting. But like Spike Out is like I think that game has like no extends at all. So alright, well I'll set this up later. I don't feel like doing this right now. I'm lazy. I probably would play the game for like 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll check that out later. Well, the younger crowd did not grow up in the arcades, so they don't understand the value of a game that you can beat consistently in one setting, or even like a lunch break like Street Spore, but you want to keep playing it. I feel like Ubisoft and Bethesda have kind of ruined the perception of the value in a game. It's like something with unique content that you play for an hour and you experience it, and there's enough of a skill ceiling that you want to keep playing it and getting better, or trying with the other characters, or once you see in the game, or speed running it. There's a lot of value in that, but Ubisoft and CD Projekt and what's it called, Bethesda have kind of fucked up the perception of value playing a game. It's like just because it doesn't have 70 hours of grinding and walking around and nothing doesn't mean that it's not an enjoyable experience. But this has been going on in my defense like way before uh, way before all the generic checklist open world games started to come out. I remember when Strider 2 came out on Tech TV Extended Play X Play. There are a lot of reviews for that game. It's like, oh, you can beat it in 20 minutes. I'm like, that's the point. It's an arcade game. You know how expensive it would be to like make it console length? Like you're buying an arcade port. There definitely are some arcade ports that add a huge amount of content, like earlier Tekken games. Tekken 6 had the whole beat 'em up mode. Tekken 3 had Tekken Force. Soul Calibur games had like full-fledged single-player modes. NRS games in particular, they do that the best. They have like full single-player content. Like you can buy those games for like $70 and not care about being competitive or playing online or like the metagame and stuff. Like just play it. But like most arcade ports are gonna be just that. Yes, you can beat the game in a half hour. Can you do it skillfully? Can you do it fast? Can you do it without taking damage? And I feel like that mindset has kind of died off. Well, yeah, that stigma towards short games has been around for a while, and it's like this doesn't even make sense to me anymore because now we're in the era where games are the cheapest they've ever been. You can buy like a AAA game like Borderlands 3 for like 10, $20. It's like the price of a large pizza. The pizza is going to get devoured in a few minutes. Even if you don't like a game at that price, like you're still getting your money's worth because if you spend that money on food, a nice meal out, like it's gone. You eat it in a few minutes, you crap it out. That's it. Oh, I find it weird that games like Sifu still get that complaint. Metroid Dread is another one as well. Although, admittedly, I didn't like Dread that much. I kind of enjoyed the game, but there were things about it I really didn't like. Metroid Dread just has balancing issues that really bother me, and I don't like that they force you to use the analog stick. But that game is definitely still worth $60, especially since they've added a lot more modes to it and stuff. They have the boss rush mode and a bunch of other extra gameplay modes and stuff. But I feel like it didn't really need to have those things. I played Metroid Zero Mission for like had to be at least 100 hours back when it came out, and I actually could finish that game on a lunch break. I got to the point where I could do that. Yeah, there's a weird stigma towards short games, and it's like strange because people complain about like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and shit. How there's like a point of interest every two steps you take, and the map is overwhelming. It feels worse than like having to go out and do stuff to function as an adult, like pay your bills, buy groceries, put gas in the car and shit. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's double standards, I think. That's the only explanation I have for it. Spike Out is definitely an acquired taste. Spike Out is in the same tier of beat 'em ups as IGS games. Like IGS games are like 90 minutes to 2 hours to beat. And it's like on one side, it's like, you can put 50 cents in that game and get 2 hours of entertainment, which even now is pretty nuts. And you consider watching like an MCU movie is like 2 hours. It's like $20 or whatever. But it's also mentally exhausting, and both IGS beat 'em ups and Spike Out are like super unforgiving to the point where if you make like one mistake, your credit's over. Yeah, it's not for everybody. That's why Fight and Rage is pretty good. Just Fight and Rage actually it gives you an opportunity to make mistakes and stuff. You can screw up a couple times, and you can still recover. I think I'm gonna go to bed, folks. I'm getting pretty tired. I've had a very mentally exhausting day. Sorry. Really all I planned on doing was testing out the phone recording. The verdict is basically that I cannot really do a whole lot with Aether Gazer right now. The game is really hard to record. It's got like some optimization issues or something. We'll definitely play more Ultra Age and Unsouled. I've got two character action games that start with the letter U to get through. So, I'm not sure what's going on today. I got to do some grocery shopping. I have my kitty sitting job responsibilities, of course. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to tackle today. I might just order my groceries online and then just eat out today, and then get it tomorrow. Because they charge you up the ass if you try to get it the same day. So I might just like go grab a pizza today and like some necessities, and then probably turn the stream on. But yeah, Knights of Valor 3 works fine. Blown up on the, it works fine through the capture card. So I need to get a review out for Hunter X. I gotta knock that out today since I did finish that game. And then Ultra Age and Unsouled are gonna be my next projects. I will be trying to raise funds for the vacation and channel expenses and stuff. But I need to put more thought into that. Right now, I've got some outstanding projects I need to finish. Hunter X shouldn't take more than like 20 minutes to explain that game. I've seen like 97% of its content. I think that game is ready. Ultra Age I should be able to finish next stream, most likely. Unsouled will probably take a little bit longer. So I'm going to go to bed and try to get some of that stuff done. I'll probably just buy like $80 of groceries and just eat off that so I can reliably go on vacation. But I have a lot I have to do. I have to get a booster shot. I have to get I have to pay the train ticket. I have to figure out what I'm going to do on Thursday, the week that I go. I have to sell my old phone as well, because that'll pretty much pay for everything that's not the travel costs. That'll pay for like literally everything else. So I got to start looking into that too. So once I knock that out, we'll do some more gaming. Worst case scenario, there'll be a kitty sitting stream later. Probably play some more Knights of Valor.